Egypt booked a place in the semi-finals of the African Cup of Nations after beating Morocco in extra time by 2-1. Morocco would open the scoring early in this game after just 3 minutes, awarded a penalty. But into the second half we go. Mo Salah from close range would make it 1-1, and it'd be his assist that would set up Trezeguet for the winner in extra time. Egypt then threw Morocco out. Colin Ludo and Frank Leboeuf with us. Colin, did Egypt deserve this?
East Africa, West Africa, there's always something different. And in this case, it was about heart, it was about who wanted it more. And I think the question mark here in this game was who was going to fight for it more. And it seems that Morocco just did not have the stomach for it, whereas Egypt, especially in the second half, came out and decided they wanted this game, and they took it. And Mohamed Salah, for the first time at this tournament, showed his quality and showed what a difference he could be in these games.
Yeah, some have been critical of him, obviously scoring that key penalty in the penalty shootout. But apart from that, not putting maybe in the contributions that we were expecting, Frank, he did today. He was the real difference maker.
Yeah, definitely. I didn't follow all the games, during that AFCON, but I have to say that today, when I saw Salah, I say, well, that's the Salah who does the job every time he plays for Liverpool. And today he was the real captain, scored the first goal, brought the second one, even if I can talk about the Moroccan defense, and now they didn't cover properly. But the guy was there, and every time he had the ball, he was creating something, and he was really into it. Is the real Salah that Egypt needs if they want to win for the eighth time.
In the other quarter-final, Senegal defeated Equatorial Guinea by 3-1. Sadio Mane would start this game. He'd provide the assist for the opener. Equatorial Guinea then getting the equaliser in the second half. Bulla the goal to make it 1-1. But then goals from Kouyaté and Sarr would see Senegal win by 3-1. Colin, in the end, it was Senegal's quality that just shone through, wasn't it? Particularly in that second half.
Oh, certainly. Look, just like... Credit to Aliou Cissé. He's taken a lot of flack from Senegalese fans over the past few years, but now he's taken them. I mean, in 2019, he got them to the final, and now he's got them to the semi-final. It's just rewards for him, and I think that just looking at the way they play today, they might be on the way to something good. And I also think in a way that, looking at what Mane brought to Senegal today, it was disrespectful of Liverpool, to try to get Senegal not to have Mane play this game tonight, because look, both Senegal and CAF have got excellent doctors who do a lot of great work. So I think that sometimes the European club need to tone it down and give some respect to Africa, because enough is definitely at this time enough.
Yeah, that's the report, isn't it, that Liverpool phoned Senegal and the camp to say that they didn't want Mane involved after, of course, that head incident that we saw earlier on in the competition. Overall, Frank, Senegal looked good.
They're good, but not for me in the first half good enough to not be dominating that Equatorial Guinea team. Because when we see the names that we have in the Senegalese squad, you would say that it would be an easy game for them to win, but they have to work harder in the second half to make sure that they're gonna make the difference and win that game. But yeah, they're strong. We know almost all the players. Where on the other side we didn't know almost, or I didn't know almost any of them. But it's for me an expected result that I saw. But they did the job. They're in the semi-final, and they can trouble many teams until the end of the tournament.
So the lineup is set for the semi-finals. It will be Burkina Faso against Senegal on Wednesday, followed 24 hours later. What a game this is going to be between Cameroon and Egypt. Before we talk about those games, Colin, I'm just intrigued to what we're hearing from Cameroon is that the Alembi Stadium, which was initially suspended, which wouldn't host either one of those semi-finals, will now host one of them. Of course, a suspension given to them after the incident we saw earlier on in the competition. That has now been lifted. Your reaction to that?
Well, look, I have spent a lot of time talking to people in and around there, and including a member of the CAF security team, and they did put in place measures that kind of like took care of those access control. They had a bit more barriers, they had more security added, and access was more controlled. People got it, and there was no problem. So based on that and the learnings they took from the incidents that happened, including something I said about having free access to the stadium in Garoua, they've put more security, they've got more access controls in place, and so that's why that's why Olembe has now been cleared to host the semi-final and the final.
Colin causing trouble everywhere he goes. Give us the lineup for the final, Colin. Who's going to make it?
Well, first of all, I've got to start with Cameroon. And look, whenever Cameroon have made it to the final, made it to the semi-final, I think they've done that 9 times. So 7 out of 9 times they have gone on to reach the final. And now they're playing at home with a very partisan crowd behind them. And, like I said a few days ago, they have been the most consistent side at this tournament. It's hard not to see them getting to that final. For the other game, look, it's going to be difficult, So Senegal against Burkina Faso, it's hard to look beyond Senegal. It's a West Africa derby. Senegal have got more quality. Burkina Faso, dark horse, but I think I'm going to go with Senegal. But, and I've got to say a big but, that's only if they have Sadio Mane playing and in form, because they depend on him so much.
Thank you very much for watching ESPN FC on YouTube. For more highlights, analysis and exclusive content, be sure to subscribe.